Recently, there's been a trend that's just been going absolutely viral on TikTok, with some creators getting tens of millions of views per video, and this is the fart spray prank. And naturally, someone got caught for it and is now facing 10 years in prison for it. And this all happened at a high school in Texas, and unfortunately for this teenager, he had just turned 18, so he is most likely going to be penalized like an adult. But at first, the school and the officials didn't even realize it was a prank. They thought something seriously wrong was happening at the school, so they evacuated the entire thing and even got the hazardous material crews sent in.
Tonight, authorities over in Montgomery County, they're investigating after what's being called an unbearable odor. It forced classes to cancel early today, and we know that they will stay closed tomorrow. At least 6 children from Caney Creek High School sent to the hospitals complaining of headaches. Fox 26's
How much spray do they use?
With concerned parents tonight.
For the second straight day, students at Caney Creek High School sick from an unusual smell.
It just smelled like gas.
Kaylee Pate, a freshman.
I'm going to send my kid up there to get sicker.
Her mother keeping Kaylee home Thursday after the teen left class Wednesday with a headache.
Every kid I saw was having a headache, and plenty of them were puking. Like, I don't know them, but there was around 20-ish to 30-ish that I saw. When I picked my daughter up, all these kids were coming out with a cold in their heads. Kids were vomiting. They were nauseous, passing out.
6 students taken to area hospitals.
Hold up. Over 30 kids was like puking and vomiting and nauseous. Wait, how much fart spray did they use? And did they like just spray it around in the classroom, or did they empty it in the HVAC unit? Like, how are they getting that many people sick from it?
6 students taken to area hospitals. Hazmat crews from Montgomery County unable to find what's causing some to feel sick.
These hazmat teams are professionals. They know a lot about different types of gases. Their meters picked up nothing, so it's a mystery.
The Caney Creek High School principal telling parents in a letter that the presence of natural gas has not been detected on our campus. At this time, we have not ruled out that the odor may be the result of a prank foul odor spray.
It could be a prank, some type of spray that is being discharged around the school, which we hope is not, because I promise you they will be held accountable.
Imagine ruining your life over a fart spray prank. That would be a terrible thing to go to prison for, and for the other inmates to find out why you're in prison for. Oh yeah, that guy, he did a fart spray prank at school, so now he's sitting here for 10 years. I mean, hopefully he doesn't get the maximum sentence, because that is insanity. But we'll get to that later on in this video. But first, I gotta give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Morgan & Morgan. Are you ever worried about getting completely obliterated in a car accident? Well, hey, if you make it out of it, no fear, Morgan & Morgan's here. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. They have over 100 offices with over 800 different lawyers. And with over $15 billion recovered for clients, Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record that they're going to fight for you. Because everyone deserves to get a full and fair compensation when you've been wronged. And submitting a claim to Morgan & Morgan is so easy, it's more like ordering takeout than hiring a lawyer. And you can do so without even leaving the couch, because to submit a claim to Morgan & Morgan, it's only 8 clicks or less. So if you've recently been in a car accident or are ever in one, you can check out Morgan & Morgan at forthepeople.com/Atozy or dial #law from your cell phone. But without further ado, we got a video to continue.
School officials promising to keep investigating until they find what's causing some of these students to feel sick.
And so I find out that it's cleared up. No, my kid will not go up there, because they have shown that they are negligent about informing parents of what's going on.
Yes, sir. Okay. I am really interested, though, in how much fart spray they used to get kids this sick and to get this many people that sick. Like, did they pour it all in the HVAC system or something like that? Well, the story does continue here, because it does seem like 2 guys have been arrested. David, who's 17, and Diego, who's 18, unfortunately for him, have both been charged with felony possession of a prohibited weapon. Both have been released on a $3,000 bond. Neither David nor Diego could immediately be reached for a comment, nor could Wendy Baker, who's representing David, but Diego, the 18-year-old, did not have an attorney on record listed. I forgot to add this in the video, but I really hope that one kid gets a public defender, at least, because he's already made his life way harder over a fart spray prank. Hopefully he just doesn't lose 10 years of his life because of it. So at least get a public defender or
take a loan for a lawyer because that's probably going to be worth it.
But here they give a little bit more detail on the story because apparently the building was evacuated on 2 separate days, both on May 3rd and May 4th. So they did it 2 days in a row. And apparently the school was also closed on May 5th as well. So that's a 3rd day in a row it's closed. Following repeated searches by several local fire departments, hazardous material teams, and school officials, the source of the smell was undetermined. According to the Montgomery County court documents, Conroe ISD police officers and school officials reviewed cameras from inside the school on May 4th, where they found David walking with students around him. The student can then be reacting as they could smell a strong odor. The video showed students recoiling and covering their noses and mouths with their hands and other items. The arrest affidavit says the video shows David appear to drop and pick up an item, and it shows an item in his hand appeared to be a small spray can. No way. I mean, like, okay. If you're spraying fart spray around your school, and you can clearly see that your school has cameras all around, and they shut down the school the first day for it, why would you go back and do it the second day if you know there's cameras around? Clearly, they're taking this very seriously. And then it moves on from being a harmless prank if they're shutting down the school and filling the school with a hazardous prevention team. Man, they just effed around a little bit too much now, and they're about to find out. But in an interview with a police officer, David said he sprayed the substance from the can in several areas of the school. The affidavit states after spraying it, he handed the can to another student but refused to identify them. David said Diego also had a can of the spray that was taken away by a teacher at the same day. Officers retrieved the can from the teacher and determined its contents meet the definition of the chemical dispensing device as defined by state law. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's a technicality they don't want in court. A chemical dispensing device. That sounds a lot more serious than a fart spray can. They're really about to find out. I'm actually terrified for them. Guys, don't ever do this. This is a terrible idea. Clearly, they're gonna get some serious repercussions. But through the investigative work of the Conroe ISD Police Department and campus administration, we believe the odor was introduced by students using a highly concentrated prank stink spray called Henskoked Fart Spray. Principal Jeff Stichler said in a statement to parents on May 5th. Stichler stated the school mechanical ventilation and sewer systems were checked to ensure the safety of all students and staff. So hey, that was a really stupid thing to do. And not only did they do it one day, they did it for 2 days. So that's, why would you double down like that? I'm really slowly realizing after my prefrontal cortex is fully developed, that's a buff. That is definitely a massive advantage that, I don't know, maybe evolution should hurry that one up so we get the prefrontal cortex developed at maybe 16. That would save a lot of people a lot of pain and suffering. But I would probably have less content to cover. But have you ever seen a paparazzi video on TikTok or Instagram Reels that you looked at it and you're like, that seems fake? Well, the other day I essentially confronted a kid who's now become infamous for faking paparazzi videos. And that is just quite the interesting story I'd recommend you check out here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.